Ahoy, landlubbers! It's me, your Captain Vasco speaking, and welcome to installment number 2 of Strong Week. Just as a reminder, we all know that Strong Week is the first full week of February, although the exact definition of that changes a little bit. Basically, this year, the 1st of February is on a Monday, and it's just, who wants to wait till, like, the second actual week of February to celebrate Strong Week, you know? It seems like we're in that, like, just awful, like, doldrum zone where, like, we'd have to wait, so we're doing it now. But since we have had some issues with life getting in the way, it's been difficult for us to schedule stuff in general. We're still working on RC content, Renegade Constabulary stuff, but it's a little slow going, and right now it's a little behind the scenes, but we're looking to get back into it best we can. But for now, in celebration of Strong Week, for the first time ever, as far as I can remember, I am solo streaming Resonance of Fate. And we started yesterday and went from the introductory cutscene of Leanne jumping off a tall building to about the middle point of the Hughes Power Station in Chapter 2. But for those of you not able to watch the whole stream live, these will be going up next week, and then we'll be streaming again next weekend, same times. So those of you watching on YouTube who maybe don't follow the things where I send out these notifications, you can join next weekend live, and that'll be fun too, because we'll still be playing this game, and it's great, and everybody loves it. And Tech just made cookies. He's in chat, and he made cookies, and I'm jealous of him. Anyway, I mean, I think you guys all know the story. I don't think I need to recap, which I often do at the start of the stream. So I think I just hit the button. We get off the PS5 stream. Yeah, there we go. And Hughes Power Station. Ready and set, and that feels a little loud. We had to adjust some volume yesterday. Let me know if that needs any further adjustment. Like I said, we are just in the Hughes Power Station. We did if you're playing along at home, in the upper right corner, we've got our map hexes, and we already did that branch off to the right, so we're making our way back to the main path to go find the boss, which I think is Tesla Tortoise? Might be wrong. I think that is correct. Now I have to remember how to play this game again, because every time you stop playing this game for 10 minutes, you forget about triangles and how they work. Vasco, you could do a tri-attack solo. In fact, you can't even make a line solo. I can make a line out of anything. Some people in the Discord were poking some fun, much deserved, for how good the Renegade Constabulary triangles usually are. And there was I think Neko posted an image of 3 triangles, and it was like isosceles, like very skinny isosceles, and basically straight line. And everyone's like, "Yep, that third one looks familiar." All right, so let's try. What if we try... If I do this... Vashron can cross... Okay, we'll do this. Currently, Vashron has a scratch damage weapon, for those of you who just joined us. And we're gonna jump... Oh, just missed the window. Early on, your rate of charge is such that it is really easy to miss that window. It's been happening a lot. And it's frustrating, but we'll make do. With the scratch damage weapon, my focus is gonna be this fellow. Hey, level up. This will not work. Nailed it. Ah, the barrel. Ah. Such dogs. Let's... I think she should be able to kill all the dogs. A totally normal thing to say while playing a video game. Shitiel says we should set a goal for Strong Week, something easy, like, I don't know, destroying the world record for this game. Someone was saying last night that, like, speedruns of this game are, like, 3 hours and 15 minutes, which is rough. No worries, Tech. At some point we really do have to, like, troubleshoot a way for you to audio guest on my streams, but like the one time we tried to do that, it made it clear that like there are some challenges that need to be worked out, and it's like a bunch of time. World record is 2 hours 37 minutes 10 seconds. I don't think I don't know if it's that I'm like not that good, which is probably true for being honest, but I think the real issue is just that like I have like no training or context for how that is done, because I've I guess it's because I'm a filthy casual who plays this game for the story. You know, the very good story of this game. So... what do I want to do here? I guess I could, like, cross awkwardly with Leanne and then have Zephyr cross, and then I have a triangle set up around the remaining enemies. I don't love it, but, like, I think that's probably what I got going for me. So probably want something like that. And I can make the bezel back by killing this guy. I'm just shoot through my good buddy Vasco. Don't worry about that. Oh, I thought that was another. Dweller. Don't worry about that. Bonus shot. So bad. So bad. Maybe we'll try for next week. Maybe. It's an issue that I think will take a lot of troubleshooting, where I'd be more optimistic about that. This guy's still alive? Over here on the right? Ugh. It's gonna be really awkward when I move this guy over here and kill that dude, and then we just have to wait for the barrel guy to come over here with like 12 resonance points. Take that, wall! It was awesome. QTL says we inspired him to get good at this game and looked up speedrun tactic ideas. I mean, here's the thing. Like, not to knock speedruns, but, like, I think it's just, like, a different way of getting enjoyment. I don't think I would, like, enjoy doing a speedrun of this. I mean, like, maybe I'll look it up and see if there's, like, any appeal in it to me. But, like, I appreciate speedrunners. I think that's a cool thing. It varies by the game how interesting I personally find that, but it's just like, a lot of times, you cut so many corners, it feels like you're not playing the game anymore, you know? I've long said that I wish that they would make a sequel to this game, which Tech also commiserates in chat. I feel like we could use, like, different gun types would be, like, the main thing I'd want to add to a sequel. But, like, you could also have, like, 4 characters and make parallelograms. Which I don't think would actually be better.
I can read your every move.
You picked the fight.
Do it, do it.
Quit wasting my time.
Oh no.
I see right through you.
That wasn't enough damage. I was expecting that to be enough damage to get the barrel off. Okay, it's fine. Leanne is the one who got the first charge, but I'm glad I switched to her. Great. Nailed it. Like, I don't know what more I could have asked for, huh? I think that's fair to say, Shifty. Like, best you can say about speedruns is they come up with some really good ideas. Like, there's always a ton of creativity. The only, like, speedrun community I've really, like, followed in any way is there's this guy, ZFG, who does, Ocarina of Time speedruns, and, like, he talks sometimes about the process of, like, charting new routes and stuff, and there's definitely, like, a ton of creativity that goes into that, and it is really interesting, but it's, like, it takes a specific kind of person. Yeah.
Too late for regrets.
It's just, like, excessive, but we're gonna take him out. Do we think that with another grenade, I can finally get a grenade level for Leanne? What do we think? Yay or nay? There it is! Waiting for that one. Suppress that guy's threat.
I hope it's something useful.
Yeah, I agree, Tech. Like, speedrunning is interesting, but it's just, like, it's just definitely not for everyone. Which, like, no one's making that argument. It's just, like, I want to be clear that, like, a couple people have mentioned doing speedruns in this game, and it's like, that's a cool thing. I'm not the guy for that. I don't know what I'm the guy for, like mediocre gameplay and talking over cutscenes. If that's what you're into, Vasco's your guy, I guess. Okay, so if we use the look at the end of the line trick, because this dungeon does sort of do that. Is it just 2 dogs and a guy? No, 2 guys. There's a wall guy. 2 dogs, 2 guys, and a pizza place. Okay. So since everyone's like all up in this area, I think I want to like have... Yeah, I think I want to have like Zephyr do this, cross with Vashron like as wide as I can get it over the box, and then Leanne jump across to finish off whatever's left. It says, just discovered an anime you want to watch isn't on the streaming site you use. Which anime is it? I've been doing nothing but watching random anime. The one I'm currently watching is Overlord, which I like a lot, and I don't know if I can recommend it to anyone because it's very difficult to explain. I thought I was going to hit that wall. I don't know if I was, but I have enough actions to murder this dog in midair using definitely accurate physics. Which if I'm not mistaken, I believe definitely accurate physics is the name of the Resonance of Fate physics engine. Please correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's it. Okay, figured that would happen. I still have a full bezel though, so I'm fine probably. Target the one who's gonna die a lot, please.
Oh, yeah! How's this? So long.
Please don't fight Zephyr anymore. We're fine. Oh, Shifty, you also like Overlord? Is Season 4 actually coming? Because, like, I started watching Overlord last year on Hulu. And at a certain point I noticed that they didn't have Season 2, but they did have Season 3, which was very confusing to me. And then I think it was, like, at the start of the new year, they got Season 2 back, so I was like, I better watch this now. I don't know how long that's gonna last. So I'm, like, at the start of Season 3 now. The show is really good and interesting, but it's so weird. It's, like, really confusing. It's, like, this guy becomes his MMORPG character and, like, gets accidentally transported to, like, a real-life fantasy world, along with, like, basically a boss dungeon that he created himself, and like all the NPCs in his dungeon are subservient to him and like think he's the greatest thing ever. And then he mostly just like goes around like finding people who think they're hot stuff and like destroying them and then being like, whatever you were good at, it's mine now. I'm just taking it and I'm getting rid of all the bad people in the world. It's coming in a method of, they didn't say it's abandoned. Yeah, okay. Oh, it's been over 2 years? Yeah. I heard, I don't know if this is accurate, but another one that I watched last year was No Game, No Life, which I think has been dormant for several years. But I remember reading somewhere that, like, later this year they're supposed to come out with Season 2. And, like, that could be interesting. Or, since that show's kind of a hot mess, it could be terrible. Unknown.
Time to die.
I was born in the year 589.
Would it leave something a little nicer for us?
Yeah, I think Season 2 of that show will be interesting. But again, that show is kind of a hot mess, if we're being honest. I like that show. I will happily watch Season 2. But it's not a show I recommend to people, because it's very what it is. It's very much like if Yu-Gi-Oh! Were that weird Netflix anime about gambling whose name is impossible to pronounce. Like, took place in, like, a fantasy world where everyone was, like, bound to magically, like, make good on whatever they bet. But also there's, like, breaks for, like, inappropriate adult content for no reason at all. Why do you have the same taste as me? Well, Shifty, I imagine that if you've watched enough of the Renegade Constabulary content and haven't, like, plucked your eyes out of your head, we must have something in common, right? I'm a very strange person. I think that I'm an interesting person, but I don't think that I could blame anyone who felt otherwise. That turn didn't go exactly the way I wanted it to. I was hoping that when I switched the target, it would be the barrel I wanted. But on the bright side, he started following Zephyr, and that sort of makes up for the trouble to some extent. Ooh, we're already at a point where we can get scratch damage full? I thought that's to like level 5. Oh, that was so good. I scratched the big guy and the little one blew both of them up with the barrel I didn't shoot before. That's so good. So the anime I was trying to watch was Tauru Kagaku no Railgun T? That's interesting. I've not heard of that one. Quality on stream for this game is interesting. Quality is really good for static images, but movement is super pixelated. I honestly think that's just the remaster of the game. It's a little like that, to be honest. Hang on. Is there boxes in here? This is Vasco's new stream discovered tech, is to, like, scout the room using that thing that Cotillion likes, that I don't normally use.
I'm not much for backing down from a fight.
There's a lot of machine gun gears in here. Am I looking forward to the statue mission? No, I was already complaining about it last night. When I was like less than an hour into the game. I'm like, I know it's toward the start of the game and it's the worst mission. I think it's literally the worst mission in the game. So you gotta watch out for the dog, right? I think that's the thing that really gets you goofed here. So I think I want to, like, start off shooting this barrel. Maybe I wait till towards the end of the hero action to shoot the barrel so that the tank is coming closer to it. I'm not sure it's actually in range yet. And then I cross with Vacheron to the right, trying to set up, like, a triangle in this middle area best I can. He'll take some damage from the spider, but I think that'll be okay. And then we'll have to see from there. You can't, like, usually expect to play it like 3 turns ahead without something going wrong. Because stuff moves when you move. It's not actually that far. It's like, someone said it was chapter 4. I thought it was chapter 6 for some reason. Hello, Anime. Anime says, I'm happy that Log Horizon is airing its 3rd season. I don't know that one either. Oh yeah. We got some secret tech here at the Renegade Constabulary. But don't ask for tech support, because you don't want that. Alright, I basically didn't hit my target at all. So that's good. I want to be like somewhere around here, I think, and then have Leanne go over there. Now the problem is, I'm not going to be able to do much damage to anything. I think what I am hoping for is that Vacheron gets some scratch damage on this, and when Leanne crosses, she could break something off of it, and that neither this machine gun gear nor the dog next to Zephyr kills Zephyr. It is not a great plan. Okay, that went a lot better than expected, to be honest. Alright, let's do some geometry. I think what I want is roughly here. I didn't know that dog was going to show up there, but I think I can deal with that. And I definitely have to shoot this guy, because I need to break several machine guns off of it or something. The iPod item you get for beating the game. iPod item? For beating which?
There. Pick the fight.
kill this. Its actual health seems quite low. That helps. The dogs are the scariest thing right now. I always underestimate the dogs early on. But the dogs are like at least as damaging as the physical attacks from these things. So, I could cross again with Zephyr. That almost works. Of course, I can also just triangle. So if I triangle, what are my priority targets? I have 3 points, which probably isn't enough to kill 2 things unless one of them is dog. It's probably fine to kill 2 dogs. Don't take that out of context. I think we started New Game Plus. I don't think we ever finished a New Game Plus. So if I wanted to focus on the dogs, I would want to have Leanne be like my main person. Probably have her come this other way. But if I do that, Astro's probably going to run into this and get stopped. So I think what I'm going to do is go with my instincts here and have Vacheron go and try to jump over this thing. I think it's sturdy enough to like have me run into it. Do we do New Game Plus on PS4? No. I think we started New Game Plus, and then the HD remake came out, and we played that not to completion, because we played it for a while, and, like, just felt like we wanted to play some other games, because it was, like, the only game we played for months.
I see right through you.
Come on, hit.
Oh, that worked out. I think I also have a tendency to overestimate how durable the machine gun gears are at low level.
Too late for regrets.
How about this?
Did I shoot that lamppost? Is that a thing you can do?
Who do you think you're messing with?
I should have jumped again. That was dumb. I mean, that went pretty well. Like, almost killed 2 of those. Let's have Zephyr go, for multiple reasons. He's in the best position to re-triangle, but also, he can use the health from destroying this machine gun gear.
Too slow. Eat this.
I think I just triangle again from where I'm at now. It's not a great triangle, but I think that makes sense. I want to go this way, because that puts her... Yeah, I think that's right. Yeah, that should stop the dogs, I think. Get the amazing high pod item. Takes one of your 2 equip slots. It changes the music to hero action tunes? I don't know what that means.
Lousy skull.
Doesn't sound bad, though.
There. Now we're talking.
I mean, who needs equipment? Really, all you need to play this game is guns. I've been saying it for years. People try to sell me on using items and, you know, being smart, but I'm all like, nah, you just need guns. Many boxes in room. Box opening gesture. It's the OST you hear when you do hero action moves. But it changes, what? It changes all of the music? Like at all points in the game to like hero action music? Single escape hex, obviously. What else would ever be in a box? This room is weird. I know I normally have more trouble with this room, so I'm glad that was one shot. Tesla Tortoise, I think? Yeah. I wonder, is there like an artist rendering of what like an actual escape hex looks like? I could make an emote out of that.
I've got a bad feeling about this.
You could spam it anytime like something like, really stupid was a reward. I forget how durable its outer stuff is. Early on, am I supposed to just shoot it with handguns? I'm gonna do the thing that feels like it makes sense. Just not that.
That was your last move. You gotta be kidding me.
Safe. Okay, so we're not using Leanne next. We've narrowed that down. Although that was unlikely to occur, the way the lineup looks right now. And also get you to be safe? I wonder if there's some way to, like, alter the engine so that it will tell you if you're safe when you land. How big is the hex that takes up the whole box? How do you mean, like, how, like, what's the physical size of a hex on the map? Guns, more guns, additional guns.
Time to die. Take that.
Yeah, I think we just do this, right? I think we do this, and we have... I think we use Vacheron as the main here to try and get as much scratch damage as possible, so we have him take the longest path to the next point. And then hope that we kill it on the next turn? I don't actually know if that's feasible. It's not, like, completely impossible.
Too late for regrets.
I can't believe she actually got, like, a charge.
I'm not dying today.
Who do you think you're messing with? You want some of this?
I'm working here.
Ooh, I broke its gauge and leveled up. Shoot. Okay, that wasn't terrible. Is Leanne feeling better yet? Oh, there's some trick to, like, shifting a triangle, like, slightly, which is kind of what I want to do. So we're at 0, so I need all 3 of them to go before I could move any one of them twice. So if I move with Leanne, I don't want to go directly over it because I know it's tall enough to, like, get me on the jump. But I could do something like this. Yeah, something like this. Like, not super far past the wall. And then I can have... I think Zephyr Cross next? That didn't go the way I wanted. I think that's okay, but it didn't go the way I wanted. Right? Well, awkward. Walls or anything in the way, right? So what if we just... I mean, I can move him too, since I didn't get a resonance point there. Neko, welcome to the stream! How's it going? Very tired, not sure if you can stick around. Well, I'm sorry to hear that, but hopefully you get some good rest. Says, you know, if you cancel turns 2 of your 3 guys, then hero action for a res point, you can start your next turn with all 3 of your turns and 1 res point. I don't know if I quite understand how that works. Anyway, I think what I'm gonna do... Okay. Just gonna try and, like, it, like, positioned itself very deliberately to attack Leanne. Which, like, ow. Except it's so close it failed to do that, which is kind of interesting. Zephyr's still not in great shape. I think I can make this work. Get one shot. Alright, that's really all I need. Tessa Turtle, are you okay? You don't seem okay. Honestly, I think I'm just gonna have Zephyr cross again. I think you can just shoot it apart now. I love Tessa Tortoise. What a strange enemy.
You do know what you're doing, right?
I have a general idea.
I'll be waiting outside.
Maybe you should join.
I was getting ready to go out.
It may be dark down here, but chandeliers as bright as ever.
It's beautiful, isn't it? It's hard to tell until you look at it from a distance.
Yeah, well, with a name like that, you'd think it would at least give us a little more light.
It's a very literal
I
approach,
like it
Zephyr.
better this way.
I like fire.
Hey, all done.
It's funny how much that
Saddle
would
up.
change the character.
Time to go.
She says something kind of sentimental, like, I like it better this way, holding
Hurry
the
up,
candle, and it's
Zephyr,
kind
we're
of
gonna leave you
romantic.
here.
But it would also be funny if she just stared at it for a second and is like, I like fire. It's like, alright, that's a much
I'm used
scarier
to being alone.
character.
Sorry, did you see something?
He's used to being alone, and he's good in the dark. I'm not drawing any conclusions. You do that for yourself. Do I care about anything? Oh, yeah. Green is... Is green the tortoise room? There's nothing in there, right? It looks cool. No?
Won't take much to beat these into submission.
Excellent. I summoned all the enemies. Since I don't think the dogs are here, I can, like, be a little bit more deliberate with triangles, I think.
I'm gonna blow you away!
That went really well. Oh,
You want some more? Time to die.
ah, got it. I'd like him to take a bigger line here, but I want a better triangle. So I don't think I can do that. Guess I could do... It's tough because of all these walls. I think my best play is something like this.
Gotta be kidding me.
Oh my god, the tank is safe and shot through the wall. That's really good. Here's hoping.
Oh, yeah! You should make
Yeah, we got something.
How about this?
Can I shoot this one apart?
How's this?
I already took its action, so it's not a huge deal. Oh, there is a dog! Look at the dog, everyone! Ow. 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 Less ow, but also ow. Probably gonna do this. I think I probably want Zephyr to run away from it. Do I want... Ooh, they're both kind of close to the barrel. What if I start with Leanne, have Zephyr run away from them? Doesn't actually matter where he goes. It's 3 resonance points, right? So everyone ends up where they started. 1, 2, 3, yeah. But I think starting with the barrel makes sense. I should give it a second so it doesn't hit Zephyr, even though I don't think that works that way.
You picked a fight with
think that killed the dog outright, so
Now we're talking.
that's fun. If you're into that sort of thing.
You're hard to miss.
Everybody jump!
Don't move a muscle.
Better than you deserve. Oh yeah!
You want some of this? I see you.
Oh shoot, I thought I had one more point for no particular reason. I think it's down to just this one tank. Let's see if we can, like,
Take it.
yeah, set it up for next turn to kill.
How does this one work again? Oh yeah! You picked a fight with the wrong girl. Lousy scum!
Well, that was a weird turn. I really expected one of those to get through to the center thing. Oh well.
Eat some of this.
Also used like 10,000 grenades. Let's switch that off.
Now I'm packing heat.
I need more grenades, yo. I wish it was easier. Like, one of the complaints I have about the grenade system is just that, like, I wish that, like, there was, like, an unimpressive but, like, solid grenade that you could obtain easily. The rookie grenade isn't it. I don't think the thing you can upgrade pretty directly from that is it either. Part of me wants to just, like, shoot that wall because I can, and no one's going to stop me.
You don't belong here. It's gonna cost you.
Man and dog, huh? It's really tempting to just, like, focus on the barrel and see if anyone gets close enough to, like, blow them up. Sure, I think that's a relatively low-risk play. I don't think this is... Was the dog close enough? I didn't think it would be in the end. Short jump. Your hat. Got it. Very protective armored hat. Most true dog droppings. They do a lot of psychological damage. Is there an actual use for the item dog droppings? I'm sure I've asked this and don't recall getting an answer.
This is how it's done.
That's how it's done. That he just showed me.
I was born, and here I die.
I hope it's something useful.
So now we need the dark red. That sounds right. Boo 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 boo. I think I understand this thing. It's this thing you're talking about. It's basically like if you have to cancel characters until you've got like one left who has to move. Then you get the resonance point from crossing with them. But like after that, the game considers everyone having moved equally, so you can do whatever you want after that. It's kind of a specific situation, though. It's not that it never comes up, but I don't think it comes up like all the time. Sure. What I'm not targeting is the one that like wants to get on close. Very scratched dog. Normally get in trouble for that sort of thing.
It's over.
2 points. Who do I want to go to this back point to cross again. I think it's Vacheron, so I think this is right.
How's this?
Why would that be the thing about this game?
I see you.
Can't beat this game's targeting system. You also can't join this game's targeting system.
It's over.
I want to cross. That's probably fine.
You want some of this?
Scratched.
Too late for regret.
Something like this. I thought I was going to have full bezels after getting that guy's hat and killing him. Really at 0?
Time to die.
There's some things even in the 4K version that just like aren't rendered super great. Like they're assets that are just like kind of fuzzy. A lot of the times when you get like a close-up on their hair or their hat, like something looks really weird. Yeah, I guess I get your point. Collectively, everyone discussing this theory in chat is like you can start a room, like switch to characters you don't want to use, and cancel 2 of their turns, and then go first. Like, yeah, I don't know. That doesn't seem like fun. That seems very like min-maxy. Like maybe against bosses that are like super hard. Like I'm not arguing that that doesn't make sense or isn't good, but it just doesn't seem fun to like do that. Let's see how to triangle. If I just like clear the wall, then I like necessarily will be around the wall. That seems fine, if not exciting.
There. You picked a fight with so long. Now we're talking. Now I have to start all over.
That doesn't quite accomplish my goal after all. Look at her position. Yeah, check out this sick triangle I made. It's the only way to beat Mantruck. No. The desired way to beat Mantruck is to wait for his AI to work improperly so he can't get close enough to you to do what he wants to do. Unfortunately, there's no legitimate way to beat the Mantruck. I think what we want to do is, I think we want to cross with Zephyr. Because triangles are the most important meal of the day, as we all know.
Time to die. Eat this. Too slow.
I didn't actually think I would shoot him apart, but I did. Give me all the trash bezels. Yeah, blue. Blue is correct.
Pick a target, kill, repeat.
I assume he'll take at least some number of steps towards us, so I'll just build a triangle on this upper platform. Or maybe I'll just shoot him airborne. That's also fine.
Time to die. Eat dirt.
The dogs were here after all. Got me so good.
That was your last mistake. You want some of this?
All that got eaten by the limbs, huh? Now, how do I feel about my current position? It's probably try attack. There is least one limb scratched enough that I could feasibly break it off. I think we do focus on the machine gun gear and just see what happens. And I think we want Zephyr running this way to make sure that we get a bezel back immediately. It wasn't so... I forget the exact circumstances, but, you know, I made allusion to the legitimate way to beat the man truck and how there's, like, 2 videos from the original playlist that are like, there's no legitimate way to beat the man truck, where I'm complaining that it's, like, too difficult. And then there was, like, some reason that we either, like, lost a save or, like, had to redo something. And so, like, off camera, I was, like, trying to beat the man truck as quickly as possible. And, like, in so doing, like, I did it enough times that I, like, created a strategy that, like, worked consistently. And then I, like, made sure to, like, not actually catch up to the same point we were at, because I was like, hold up. There's actually a legitimate way to beat the man truck, and I'm just bad at this game, because it's hard. And also because I'm bad.
Too slow.
How's this?
Too late for
Everybody jump!
You want some fun?
I won't take that line.
So, like, after playing this game, do you think that there's, like, anyone in the world who, like, doesn't think triangle is the best shape? Because, I mean, look how good triangle is. I love when he, like, chases me. Ah, darn it. I was trying to switch to Vashron, but I did it the wrong way. What was the legitimate way to beat the man truck? I don't remember all the details, but it's, like, one of my favorite things I've done in this game. It involves just, like, crossing, like, back and forth in, like, the widest, stupidest way possible, and, like, waiting for him to come up the ramp at you, and then you end up with, like, 7 resonance points and just triangle him for, like, days. Speaking of triangling for days,
something a little nicer for us.
I'm gonna set up a giant triangle with 1 resonance point. It's gonna be hilarious, because you will have, like, a 0 health. Bang.
Something useful.
Alright, time to leave this wretched place. Boing. Triangles with days, son! All day, son. Just as it feels like I've been in there all day, comma, son.
Do this just like all the rest, and everything will be fine.
Guns, cash register, take your hat. Thought I'd have enough space to jump. I love scratching someone fully, like really close up.
You're gonna have more holes than a magnet heart yet.
Guns.
I can reach your every
Up
move.
close splash damage.
You picked a fight with a wall.
And done.
Let's not let this go to our heads.
It's unclear to me if I have enough of that component to give to Izzy to complete his challenge. But rather than looking, I'm just gonna go talk to him. Too bad lines are pretty good. Line's not a shape. Even in geometry, that's true. Still here? Hand over thing? Yes. That's what I needed. Here, hopefully this makes it worth the trouble. Handgun, magazine plus 2. Yes, please. Let's change equipment. I definitely need to remove this. Oh, magazine case. What was that quote someone pulled from, like, the instructions the other day of, like, barehanded combat is, like, secondary to this game? And it's like, is that accurate? Is it even that? I'm trying to be strong for strong week. I believe in you, Neko. Something you always wondered about our playthroughs. Go on, Shifty, go on. So who has... The handguns have different ammo capacity, don't they? Ammo capacity 8 versus 6. So let's add this. 8 and 8. Done and also done. And I really like getting those little upgrades early on. If you actually remember to, like, manage your inventory, it feels really nice. Alright, it appears we have completed this chapter, but we're close to the guild, so we'll double check because everyone will yell at me if I do it wrong. Evie Point Master, welcome. Hello. Tech is correct. We were wearing pants at all times during those playthroughs. Unlike the Game Grumps, we don't, like, randomly take our pants off. Okay. Do you guys know that there's an item you could buy in the arena that stops all random encounters? No, I've never heard of this item. I mean, like, strictly speaking, it's probably not necessary. Is it an equipment? Does it take up, like, an equip slot? Because, like, that doesn't feel like that's probably worth it. It does count that you made it here tonight, Neko, and also these will be going up next week. The second half of Strong Week will go up after Strong Week, which is awkward, but don't worry about it. Guild sent us a gift. Ishi High Barrel, and also some basically nothing. Customize. %. Yeah, keeping the guns kind of leveled. Kind of.
I thought I might find you here.
Could you leave us alone? I promise I won't be long.
Of course.
I'm getting ready to go out.
I won't let those deaths be in vain.
Who commissioned
I'll
this
remake
painting?
the world as she wanted it to be.
Because, like, here's the thing about this painting. Prelate Frida, like, just died, right? As far as I can tell, she just died. So that means that someone must have been working on this enormous painting of her for, like, weeks at least?
Well.
Who was doing that?
It may, in fact, be the only thing we share. How can a machine rule our lives?
Actually, we also share a toothbrush, unbeknownst to you.
Once men built a giant tower and were struck down for their insolence. But we face no god, only a machine.
Or maybe a clock who
This is a
controls
challenge.
destiny, or fate,
Let us not
which I combined to
fail in meeting
Festiny,
it.
for good luck. So, Shifty, I was talking about this item that I have no idea what it's called, that you equip it and it removes all random encounters. But here's the thing. He says, like, yeah, you just, you put it on when you don't want to be bothered, and you go to the place, and then you remember to switch it off. Now, therein lies the problem. Now, if you've seen Tech and I, and also continue to play this game, then you'll know the amount of conscious effort it takes us to, like, remember to manage inventory at appropriate times. I'm doing my best since I'm solo to just focus on doing inventory management little bits at a time, but, like, if we're, like, on a mission and we gotta go down, like, 6 floors or something, like, there's no way we remember to, like, re-equip that correctly. There's just no way. God painted. Do you think if you just, like, put, like, paintbrushes on, like, Zenith's clock hands that he could, like, paint something? Advance the next chapter. That should be fun. Chapter 2, Endo. Maybe she was on her deathbed for weeks. I mean, I had considered that, but, like, there's still just something weird about it. Because, like, here's the thing. It's, like, very much the opposite of what you would expect. Like, a lot of times when someone is, like, ends up dying, but, like, is sick for a while and you know it's coming, like, they and the people around them sort of want to remember them like, as they were, you know, like, when they were healthier, whatever. And I don't think that's to, like, discredit their fight against whatever illness it is. It's just sort of, like, remember the good times, don't remember the negative. But, like, it looks like a painting of her after she died, or at least when she was, like, sleeping or something. It's not, like... It's not, like, the sort of portrait you have commissioned when it's just, like, I'm gonna hang this in my office. It's like, this is an idealized version of me. It's just like, alright, like, she could be dead. She could be dead in that giant painting. It just feels, like, weird that happened. Like, that's why it feels to me like it was commissioned after her death, because it's like, she is sleeping or dead. One of the two. Save progress? Sure. Save over this one. Boing. I should buy grenades before I leave town. What have we here?
We have an important job today.
Cardinal Guriliano, was it?
And don't forget it. He's the #2 cardinal in Basel. A very powerful man.
Don't think too much about the social
It'll be
structure.
a
It
whole
won't
lot
matter.
easier landing the really big jobs with him in our pocket. Perfection. Take a look. Our secret weapon is ready!
You better believe it. Did someone want that?
What did
That's
you
just not
do
how
to
makeup
me?
works. Chapter 3. A flower! Shifty says, come to think of it, nobody dies in this game. Everyone gets brought back to life. A, true. B, that reminds me of a conversation I recently had. Ooh, something's enclosed with the letter. It's some energy hexen. And we got a story mission. My friend Rogue, who sometimes shows up in chat, recently texted me because he was catching up on the anime One Piece, and he was like, oh my god, the main character just killed this guy. And I was like, I don't think that's accurate. Which guy? And he tells me. I won't name them because it's a spoiler. And I'm like, nah, I'm pretty sure that person doesn't die. And they show up again 2 episodes later or something. He's like, how is that person not dead? And I'm like, listen, it doesn't matter how dangerous things are in One Piece. Almost no one ever dies. Extremely devastating things happen to people, but no one dies. Time for the BFF. Is it available from the start of the chapter? It is. No. Don't you have to finish this mission first? Because it shows up in the cutscene and then you find it in the house? Am I remembering that correctly? Hey, look! It's a man I should love. Oh my god, the hair physics in 4K. Did he not drop something? I thought you said, what's that? Okay, we should go to the guild hall. The only thing that would make this better is if you could wear the BFF and Pater shirt in the cutscenes. Is BFF relegated to the outerwear? It's not something I consciously think about, but I guess that's right. It's true. Having both of them together is much better. Rebel suppression. Fight some dudes on a map. A father missing. My dad's gone missing. Wanted. Hunters to conduct a search. For details, talk to me. I'm the... What does he call it? He's the dude always standing in front of the guild. Last time he was like, I'm the handsome, muscular man. Looking for an engineer. Someone who could build devices for rehabilitating young Mrs. Legs. Hunters, I presume. Perhaps you could help me. I'm looking to have a rehabilitation machine created for the young miss. Oh, of course, I don't expect you to build one. That would be ludicrous. Because you're so incapable and idiotic. If you know of a top-class engineer, I would like you to introduce me. Could you pass on my business card if you know such a person? Yes. Card in English, I presume. Go outside, please. According to the Wikipedia that uses Japanese sources, Fredo was killed by extremists. Yeah, man, this game has all this lore that isn't in the game. It reminds me of that thing I hated from Destiny 1, the Grimoire cards. Whereas, like, yeah, the Grimoire cards sort of explain how the world works, and none of that happens in the game. The worst part about the Grimoire cards wasn't the fact that it was, like, some codex that wasn't in, like, the cutscenes of the game. It was the fact that, like, in order to access the Grimoire cards that you unlocked by doing stuff in the game, you had to go to an external website. Like, it wasn't even accessible in the game. You'd unlock them in the game, and then go to a website and log in with your, like, PlayStation account or whatever, and then read the Grimoire cards. It was a terrible system.
Hi.
Hey, have you guys seen my dad anywhere? He's been missing since yesterday, so I posted a notice. His name is Alcott. If you could see him... Sorry, I have to shout because there's a plane. If you could see him, would you tell him to come back home? He usually likes spending time in the town shop, but I haven't been able to spot him. So many noises. Alcott's like usually just hanging around town, isn't he? Hand over this business card without any context? Yes, sir. Job for me? Well, I'm not all that busy. I can look it up. Should I contact this guy on the card? Nah, I'm just giving you a business card for fun. Oh yeah, the Destiny system was awful. There are a lot of things that Destiny 1 did right, and a lot of things Destiny 1 did wrong. Customize. So now I have... What does the foregrip do exactly? Adds bullet focus. And also, whatever that other one is. Done. Inventory management as we go. Sad Daniel.
We stock any ammunition you could imagine.
I see your point. I forget who it was yesterday, but someone was talking about how this character is supposed to have a stutter, and it's like written, but the English voice actress like doesn't do that. Okay, so what do I need? Grenades. I can buy some things for guns. Ooh, I can buy auto triggers now. Doing that first and foremost.
Have a nice day.
So, chat's gonna have to tell me if they want me to do inventory management until our guns are good, because that's a really tedious process. Auto trigger, he's the man for you. And forever shall everyone have auto trigger equipped. As an additional option, if you're playing New Game Plus, take a look at the mirror in the lower left corner of Leanne's room at Sweet Home, and you can press X to turn on clothing options. This will display whatever clothing she is dressed in when those scenes occur, where she is shown in her default Piggy t-shirt. That's weird. Alright, apparently everyone's here for inventory management.
We stock
so
any ammunition you could imagine.
How much of this do you think we've cut out over the years, Tech? Because I feel like we've definitely left in a lot, but we've also cut out a lot. Forgot about this gun you just like buy from the store. It's really funny to me that this is like a world that's like built on an economy of like guns and weapon tinkering, but like this all-purpose shop sells one handgun. It's just like in a case like behind the cash register or something. So you can't buy alpha or beta scopes or whatever it is you need to craft them yet. Like that's just not a thing. You can buy escape hexes, which is confusing. And I guess I can't buy any type of grenade yet? Or am I stupid? I mean, I may be stupid and that's also true, but it seems like that is true. Okay, so... There's not a lot I can do yet, right? Is there a thing that, like, displays what this upgrade looks like? I mean, I need... machine gun magazine, right? And, like, I could probably use, like, one handgun magazine. The grip, I could probably take 2 of? I just got 1 from doing that other mission that takes like 0 time. And I think I have 2 handgun barrels, but not a machine gun barrel?
Have a nice day.
Or am I mistaken about that? Customize, let's add a few things. Oh, this isn't the thing I thought it was. Oh no, it is. I'm just letting myself get confused for no reason. So that's like mostly what I can do to that gun right now, I think. I can... put that on there, but... Ooh. And looks like I mostly remembered what I was able to do. But can I buy any more scopes yet? Or create them? I think I need to, like, finish that other mission to get the next one I can get, right? That might be, like, everything I can do for now. A rookie site. I could buy a rookie site. And I think that, like, is as much gun as I could do in Chapter 3. Oh no, I can get, like, 2 additional rookie sites.
We stock any ammunition you could imagine.
Actually spending
nice
currency?
day.
What game is this, and who's playing it? That's not the thing I
Have a
need.
nice day.
Such rookie sight. Take a look at these almost normal guns. It would be kind of funny if you could line up scopes in a way that mattered at all. 50%? Maybe 50% we've cut out. We're making grenades. I mean, yeah, at some point you definitely can buy rookie grenades, and you can upgrade them to, like, 1 level higher than that. But I feel like most of the grenades in this game you have to find, which is annoying. The game taunting us, letting you buy new handguns from every store, but not once can you buy a new machine gun. Yeah, like, you only get... What is it? There's, like, 2 machine guns you can get? There's, like, 1 at the end of the mine, or whichever place that is. You can buy grenades from Chapter 5 onward. Good to know. Anyway, guns look pretty good for now. So, I have to find Alcott. Is he in town, or is he at the cafe again? I forgot this guy's a pirate. Mining's hard work, but I don't mind it. Working with the earth and stone's kinda... I don't know how to put it all pretty, but it feels good. I like things that are hard, you know?
Well,
Hey, look, it's Andrew. Guys at the arena told me when the combat starts, you should get running. Shooting from one place is suicidal. Oh, that's fun. Look, he tells you not to play the game like you think you should play the game. I still think the funniest currency in the world is demerits. Which I think we just made up that time we played... I don't remember the name of it, but that game that Sarah sent us.
Hi.
So he should be close by, says the guy. Is he, like... It wouldn't make sense for him to be at the arena or something, would it? I mean, we all know that the currency in this game is dollars US, right? Like, it's the currency in all things. Yeah, I don't recall where the father is. I'm gonna go check Cafe Chelsea real quick, since he likes that place. Sup, Daddy-O? This spot has a lot of memories for my wife and me. I came here often when we were young. It came looking for me. I seem to have worried my son. Could you tell him I'll be back home soon? I want to stay here for just a bit longer. Perhaps he's trying to innovate the thing longer. And now it's night.
Let's get this over with.
Switched weapons, yeah? Guns, cash register, give me your boot hat. That guy's like the coolest handgun animation. Like, all of his animations are so good.
Pretty low to die in a place like this.
That wasn't much harder than
The
Target.
ragdoll physics in this game are so much funnier to me in 4K. Like, it's not a huge difference, but just like the little upgrade to being able to tell what you're looking at, and then just see them like deflate, is just goofy.
What's that?
I think I found $15 US. Hello, sir.
Hi.
Here's like Cafe Chelsea. Must have been reliving the old times with Mom. It's funny, they used to argue all the time. She used to say, "This isn't a restaurant, it's a bunch of tables next to a burned out building." In any case, I'm glad he's okay. Here's your reward. And now I've already obsoleted one of my handguns. Which gun wants... So the barrels are secondary charge rate and the actual scopes are initial charge rate, right? I think I want to put this scope on a machine gun. Yeah, that looks right. So let's remove the front one, I guess. Looks good to me. What else can we do this chapter? Did I actually get... I think I got the reward for the business card thing, right? I'm just gonna double check since I'm here. Oh, and he's gone. So that seems like a safe bet. Alright, let's go suppress some rebels. Threat suppressed. Arcadius! You got last laugh! Ooh. Can I have another $15 US? Well, thank you for the compliment on my mediocre voice acting skills that I wish were better. Can't wait for Neverland 2.0. Me solo. Like I said, if people are interested in like watching me stream the whole game, since I've never really done it solo, and I haven't. We've like maybe streamed it like one time or something.
Hey, save it, why don't you?
I would be amenable to that. We could do that, but we'll see how Strong Week plays out and what people's level of interest is. Ultimately, that could lead to Neverland, of course. Most of you are interested. We'll see, man. We'll see. I'm definitely interested in having people hang out and watch the stream. Continuum points out that $15 US is like 3 face touches. It's true! Face touches are hard to come by in this world, driven by guns, where everything is done at range with extreme violence.
Quit wasting my time!
Maximum amount of shooting this one guy in one action! Just barely got him. Proud of me. How are they shooting through the barrels? That's some technology. Boom! Maximize my turn.
Boring. Where are the real enemies?
Can't handle the blood, hair, and open eyes. I know, it like genuinely bothers me. Like, I love his base outfit. Like, if I could get that, I'd wear that. That's like exactly the sort of thing I would wear. But, yeah, the blonde hair on Zephyr drives me nuts, man. Happy Strong Week Tech, thank you for stopping by. Like I said, next week I'll be doing this. If you have time next Friday or Saturday, come hang out. Please, for sure. Happy Strong Week 1 and all. It's true, Demolition does not know the legitimate way to beat the man truck, which we were discussing earlier. The legitimate way to beat the man truck is like literally one of my favorite things, like I've probably ever done, but also specifically in this game. It just doesn't work. Oh, I could use this. Nope, that also doesn't quite work. Well, I have more of these, huh? Ooh, I got a prize. Never mind, it was a cure kit.
I hope you put up a better fight than the last bunch.
I'm gonna have Leanne go for the random encounter, because she's currently at machine gun level 1. And it is worth remedying that, I think, if possible, before whichever chapter mission.
You're gonna have more
It's the first chapter mission with Furigliano? It's not the garden yet. Or maybe it's the garden, but it's not the escort mission yet. Like this.
I see you.
Actually got away with it.
This was not their luck.
Let's try and set up a thing. Alright, let's work on that next week, Tech. We will do that. It will probably be an enormous headache, but if we could get it to work, it will be a very useful thing to have accomplished.
You want me on offense or defense?
Leanne
Hey.
goes both ways. Good to know.
Hey, save it, why don't you?
It is good to know that Leanne goes both ways. Shotgun outcast. It's not over. First off, I hear no large woman singing. And secondly, nobody's dead yet. So it's not even time to ask a question.
Game over.
I was on the correct one.
Straight to
Took both of that guy's hats off with like one magazine.
eat dirt.
Born and here I die.
Let's do like this. I also love Leanne's machine gun animation.
I was born and here I die.
They bit off more than they could chew.
She really likes just like sweeping that thing around.
You don't belong here. It's gonna cost you.
It's gonna cost us. But I hear that rob from the weak is the law around here, so like we should be able to like make up those expenses quite quickly, I think. I have auto trigger on now. My life feels better. It's just one of those peace of mind things, you know?
You want some more? Quit wasting my time.
He's running directly into my trap.
I was born and here I die.
Ooh, if that was...
It was relatively easy, I feel. Let's go to his manor. Gotta unlock it, right? That's why we got enclosed hexes. Which has pretty good machine gun animations. You know, I don't remember a lot of his. I don't know. Most of the animations are just great in general. It's like the thing that like drew me to this game initially. I was just like looking. I remember when I found this game, I was like doing internet searches to find like a good JRPG, but I was looking for something like really generic, like stuff I played when I was younger. And then I like stumbled upon like gameplay footage of this game. I'm like, I don't understand what I'm looking at, but I want to go to there. Okay. Hex time. So lay zebra. Just do this to unlock the elevator and everything all at once. And then I don't actually need to get out for that. Let's do I know, like, super efficient way to do that, huh? I'm gonna do just some light hexing. Just a little bit of light, casual, relaxing hexing. What does that enemy keep saying? I think it is roughly that, Neko. I think he says something like, I was born and here I died. Which is like, just the most inexplicably fatalistic thing I've ever heard anyone say. It's just like, two statements of fact. Like, I was born and now I'm dead. What's your dad's birthday today? Happy birthday to your dad, Demolition, and also welcome to the stream. You just missed tech, unfortunately, but the stream is still going strong. Strong for Strong Week. That's how we do. How are you doing today? For no particular reason, I'm trying to hex this stretch of the map as efficiently as possible with my limited resources. Thank you for the host, Demolition. Awesome. Welcome. And then I need... What do I need? Red? Red, I guess. And just because I can, there we go. It's aesthetically pleasing, that fully bridged gap there. And I got some more hand grenades, which is great, because I have very few hand grenades. Alright, Grigliano's Manor. Demolition, you're actually just in time. You are precisely on time.
From here, you're on your own. I wish we could help, but the rest is up to you.
I don't know. Aww.
You see, this is one of the best cutscenes in the game coming up.
Other side of yourself.
He's like literally pointing and laughing at his friend while she's doing this.
What have we here? 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 What have we here?
BFF.
Yes! Yes! What have we here? Oh, before my very eyes. A seeker of beauty with a certain je ne sais quoi. Yes, there. See it? A feral quality, yet not without grace. Her face a veritable canvas, her meager body struggling to prop it up. Ah, I see. I found the rose!
Oh my god, she has so many holsters.
I let
I
myself
thought Zephyr
get
having a hot dog
carried
holster was
away.
weird, but she's got
I
plenty.
didn't mean to upset you, my dear.
What have we here?
The artiste who created you. Where is he? I should like to have a word with him.
I love the BFF.
Damn.
Someone needs to sell
Never
them.
thought I'd get an audience myself.
What do you think happened?
A miracle. God's
Hi, please save me.
Miracles? I can do without.
I have a commission from Cardinal Jean Paulet to carve a statue. What I've seen here today has inspired me in ways I didn't think
I
possible.
also did not feel like
would
this was
ask for
possible
your
before playing this
assistance
game.
in this artistic endeavor.
You're making a formal offer?
So good.
I am. There is a forest of idols on part of my domain. You'll find a female mannequin there. I want you to go there and bring it back to my studio.
If it's in your domain, why not bring it here yourself?
A possibility. But you see, this time of year, the forest is filled with beautiful wood sprites.
Yes,
Not
you
a
know.
safe place to be.
Beautiful wood
Beautiful,
sprites.
dangerous wood sprites? You might have mentioned
Half of
that
that's
a little
correct.
sooner, don't you think? You care to explain?
The Forest of Idols is quite lovely. The sprites appreciate its beauty.
None of that is correct.
Avoid the sprites if you know what's good for you.
Oh, I know what's good for me, all right. Thank you.
So ridiculous. Story mission has been added to the memo. I'm sorry to hear that you may be getting sick, Demolition. That is unfortunate. Also, you did get here just in time. Hopefully you caught most, if not all, of that glorious cutscene haggis. What have we here? It's the statue mission. But it's not... This isn't the escort mission, right? Like, first you just, like, go in and, like, blow up the idols? He asked that I give you these energy hexes. It breaks the fourth wall a little bit, but don't worry about it. It's all I was given for you. Forest of Idols can be a dangerous place. I hope you'll remember to be careful. I think if I remember correctly, which I very well could not, because the cause and effect of this game is peculiar. But, like, I think you do, like, 2 Forest of Idol missions in back-to-back chapters as the story mission. Then we should thank you for gifting us up to Eevee Point Master. Much obliged. Very kind of you. You really want to know what went on during the dev meeting when they animated that cutscene? I mean, who knows? Also, at some point during that cutscene, something was making a lot of noise. I think it's the first time I've heard the PS5 make a lot of noise without the disk drive being active. So to get there, I must go to here and fight this random encounter.
It's messy.
Look how casually he, like, rapid fires the handgun. I definitely feel like I should have got that jump. Airborne. Airborne.
This is how it's done.
Alright, I'll be fine. Probably. Probably fine. This one. Almost goofed that because I just wasn't paying a lot of attention. Nice. Up to 10. Damage up times 2. Chance 33%.
I was born the year I died.
If you
I
go
don't usually pay a lot of attention to the level up screen, but it's interesting that it tells you how much experience is needed for each individual weapon in order to hit the next level. What is this terminal? Would I ever care about it? Oh, it slows scratch damage restoration rate. That feels like a no. It's funny how that scratch damage restoration rate thing works. It's usually either, like, completely negligible or, like, incredibly frustrating. How do the towns work in the city if you have to power them with hexes first before going inside them? What happens to people inside the powered down zones? Excellent questions. Trying to figure out how this world works is confusing, but I'm sure somewhere there's some lore written about this game that is not connected to this actual game itself in any way. I'm really tempted to just, like, hex out this whole area, but, like, I probably shouldn't. I do like that I keep getting hand grenades, though. I'll probably use those. gonna really bother me if I don't fill in this one hex. Also, it had a colored lens in it. Ring. So I think there's like... How many of these are doable right now? These like red hex spaces. It's like more than I... It's like one of them is doable or something. There's definitely like one of these that like we tried to do at one time and like ended up in a really bad way. Definitely not hexing this whole floor at this time. I'm just gonna try and creep our way over there. Get us some electro grenades, like you do. What's the point of the hexes? Which hexes? So, like, what we're doing right now, I talked a little bit about this yesterday, but so, like, we have this map, right? Like, we have opened an elevator that took us to this floor, and we're on it. But if you don't use these hexes and, like, lay down a path for yourself, you can't, like, go anywhere. These, like, static-y gray hexes, like, you can't use them. The game says that basically, like, there's no power supplied to them, and, like, vaguely implies that it would be dangerous to go without them. There's also colored hexes, which are, like, locked but for, like, certain requirements. So, like, I can only open those spaces using yellow-colored hexes, which are, like, a lot rarer to come by. Later in the game, they're more common, but they are not particularly common. Does the Forest of Idols have, like, a save point in it?
Do this just
I don't remember its layout that
will
well.
be fine.
What do I want to do? Shoot the dog apart? A little more durable than I want it to be. Oh good. Targeted the correct secondary target. Can we? Okay, good. Got a lot done with that one hero action. Probably a little more like this, so Leanne doesn't cross the wall, because I should require the tri-attack, I think. There's only one difficult danger zone that has 3 of the giant enemies called Mad Goliath. I'm not sure if that's the thing that I mean. I definitely remember there was a time, one of our playthroughs, where Teg and I came to this point, we're like, we're better at this game than we used to be. When you get here, can you just battle these monsters? And, like, we found, like, not really? I think we, like, it didn't take us, like, too long after this point to beat one of them. But I feel like we were able to beat one, and then we're like, oh, I'm sure the other one will be the same difficulty. And it was not. Got your hat. And then shot you to death. Leave Zephyr alone!
Too slow.
I see right through you.
That line down.
Try attack's so good.
I was born and here I die.
Hell,
Yeah, it's
just got
definitely
a
I was
little more
born and here I
drama.
die. Which just seems like a weird thing to say. Never do the red spots unless you just save. Yeah, no, same. Because it's like real easy to get got by those. That's why I was like, is there a save point in the Forest of Idols? Because if there is, I might try one of these, but I don't think I'll beat them.
Repeat.
Because I remember these being a little bit too hard at this point. Let's do like this time. I want Leanne to go second. Or do I? Maybe I'll just have her go first. Man, trying to play this game without, like, hero actions and try attacks was a bad time. I don't recommend it. Alright, that guy is pretty scratchy.
This is how it's done.
He says, I really like I was born in the year 99. I mean, I don't think that's what it is. They really like saying that this playthrough. I feel like every time I kill one of these guys, they just say it as they're dying. Abandoned energy station. Alright. Okay. I'm gonna break from tradition and try to use a handful of saves. We'll see how this plays out. It did eventually become really difficult for the game to load the number of save files we used. You get access to 50. And we just kept loading them up and the game really didn't like doing that. Finished Mandalorian Season 2. You fangirled the last episode. That's fair, Alcadius. I feel like that's fair. Did you enjoy the experience overall? Yeah, seriously, Shifty, they should all be saying strong week, which is definitely the thing that they say. Alright, guys, so...
What's so funny?
Nothing. I'm not much for running.
Since we just saved. I think it's the one on the left that's the problem. Let's try doing this one first.
I'm gonna enjoy this.
No, this one's level 44. That's kind of a lot. So... I'm gonna give this a couple shots, but I don't think this one's extremely doable. I think part of the problem is, like, his scratch damage recovery is really good, isn't it? Like, I think I need to be a higher level for this one. Yeah, his recovery is quite good. Break off whatever that is. Okay.
Is this the spot?
Nope, I actually want to kill that. Okay, that's fine. So I think I just want a 2-point try attack. Where do I want Leanne to end up? I think I want it to go this way, even though that like makes this try attack worse. Because then I can have her cross better? I think this is technically correct. I don't think this is good. Yeah, we've been hearing a lot of I've fallen pretty low to die at a place like this also. What's the origin of the name Strong Week? You don't know, Neko? I figured you would know that, because I know you've been around, like, forever. There's one of the random things that, like, one of the human gangster enemies in this game says is, like, strong lead, I think? But, like, it definitely just sounds like they're shouting strong weak, as if they're doing, like, a Tarzan thing, like, me strong, you weak. And, like, I think that's what Tech and I assumed they were saying for a while. but it's like definitely not like totally clear what is happening there. Terrible.
Take that!
Gotta start with Zephyr as a bonus.
I like it a lot.
Oh, we're getting a lot of experience from this.
Here goes.
I really thought turn would be over by now.
This is how it's done.
I think I actually need to take a direct damage turn the way that played out. So we'll do... Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do this, and then I'm gonna probably try attack, and like focus on killing one or more of these gangsters.
I see right through.
And actually, maybe I can like focus on killing... It's not the one I would want to hit. Can I get his hat?
I can reach your every.
It's over.
Oh no, a grenade! Ooh, how about that grenade? It's not great. Not great for me. Surprised it wasn't Vacheron's turn that whole tri-attack. How do you mean? I mean, he had a short run, but like, he definitely got more than I expected. Or no, I guess I'm thinking Zephyr. Vacheron had like the long stretch of that triangle. What do I want to do here? Like, we have 1 point, so I think what I want to do is kill this guy, have Leanne go there, and then maybe triangle again to kill that other gangster whose gauge I luckily broke.
Too late for regret.
Don't move a muscle! This the spot?
Darn, so close. Alright, so... Let's do this. This should be good. There's so much experience because of this one battle. It's up to level like 30. What did she start this battle at? Like 8? Stop doing that. It's really irritating. Is it going like way better than it should? Just in case that isn't clear to everyone. I think I have a shot at killing this thing. I'm gonna give it a try. Oh, he was leader too. I still had to kill the last one.
That was more fun than I thought it'd be.
Shoot, that went like way better than I thought. Level 10 to 13. That's pretty good for one battle. Alright, I could stay without this
Offense or
rate of
defense?
encounter.
Leanne goes both ways. Good to know.
Hey,
You guys-
save it, why don't you?
Does chat think I can take out a level 15 Dwellist now after fighting the level 44? Oh, because it's always Vacheron's turn. It is always Vacheron's turn. That is true. What is scratch damage? So scratch damage is... There's two types of damage in this game. There's like some status effects, but essentially there's two types of damage. Direct damage is dealt by handguns and grenades. And it does like literal HP damage the way you think of damage in most video games. Scratch damage is sort of like priming damage to happen. So scratch damage happens in larger quantities, but you can't kill something with scratch damage alone. If you're familiar with Pokemon, there's a move called False Swipe, which is like, I don't think it's like super strong, but like, no matter how much damage it does, it will never defeat the Pokemon in one hit. It always leaves them with 1 HP. In a way, that's what scratch damage is like. Some enemies can recover scratch damage, so if you don't deal direct damage fast enough, it undoes all the scratch damage that you did. But if you fully scratch damage an enemy, even if it has like full actual HP, 1 damage will destroy them. I'm glad chat believes in me. This is gonna be a tough fight. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. Like, this is tough. Is there a way to make a good triangle here? No. We'll play it safe.
Too slow.
One of the weirdest things about this game is that much of the gameplay is just like pressing X as quickly as possible, hoping that you will just get the maximum amount of gunshots off. See, like, now if you look at his health in the upper left, he has like two colors. The green is his HP. The blue is his HP that's filled with scratch damage. So watch, he'll probably recover a little bit because he's like slightly higher level. But like once I shoot at him, like a ton of his health bar will just disappear with like one shot from Vasco here.
I can reach her.
Let's hope I kill him because I like didn't account for another turn.
Were they too weak or were we too strong?
Leanne's character model is just so cute. She's so cute. Oddly enough, your 3 guys treat scratch damage far more deadlier than foes do. That's true. It's at least kind of true. I guess that's sort of debatable. It's definitely the case that your characters do not like scratch damage. I'll just save over the last one, because that went well. Let's go try the other one that I don't think I can beat. I might be misremembering. I think this one's the harder of the two.
I'm not much for backing down from a fight.
Now were they 9? I feel like I gained less handgun experience, so I think I'll try to have the 2 handgun guys just charge him and see if that's enough. Got your hat! The world of this game is just so peculiar. It's just so much fun to like live in this world. I think that is why so many of you continue to watch us play this game after so many years. Just wait till we get Hawkeye. Hawkeye!
Were they too weak or were we too strong?
So cute. I love how she wields that machine gun. Adorable. So how bad's this one? He's got a...
Do this
I
just
don't
like all
know.
the rest and
I think I was thinking that the other one was here. I thought I remembered there being a really tough duelist, and I thought he had like a doll as a prize. I didn't get a doll from that other one, did I? This actually looks pretty rough. There's 2 dogs here, and then I think there's 2 dogs on the other side and 3 gangsters? It's scarier than that sounds. So I probably... I could try to make use of the walls, but that'll be tough. I could, like, put someone... These ones are always, like, deceptively difficult. These ones that are, like, just some enemies that are, like, not of, like, a ridiculous level for you to beat. But the individual gangsters being level 6 is actually pretty tough. Or 16, rather. Because, like, we're used to fighting, like, 10 and below for the most part. So these guys are gonna be more durable than what we've seen. So I guess the point, then, is to focus damage on those guys and use the dogs to keep bezels up. So if that's the case, I want to be Leanne and, like, make an early charge and hope for the best. This is gonna be tough. That was pretty good. Ow. A lot of damage. Hopefully that dog wasn't in range. So everyone's going for Zephyr. They'll change target probably. Let's do this. Hope for the best. Hit. Like scratch damage. Try to get his front half. Try to shoot him apart. Can you shoot him apart? That'll be close. Sort of barely got him, but that's...
and
So I'm
scratch.
only taking like too much damage, although Leanne just took a ton. So how can I get her out of here? I have 2 resonance points, so I need her to cross the other way. And that should... I mean, that puts her in the range of the other dogs, though. Actually, how did she take quite that much damage? There's only like 1 dog in range of attacking her. I feel like that should be one of the bigger sources of damage right now. Like I said, in spirit of the original Let's Play, she just dropped her quality to 360p. The authentic blurriness and intelligible text is just like old times. They should do a Resonance of Fate video and edit it to look like Tech's old purple TV. I wonder if Tech misses that purple TV. I'm pretty sure he doesn't. I forget if we've specifically said, but like he definitely just like found, like someone like put that TV out and he needed a TV when he moved to California and he's like, I'll take it! And just the weird purple spot on it. Okay, so... playing the game. I'm not quite sure how she took so much damage there. She should... like, the goal here is to position her to do as much damage as possible, which should cause her to heal some amount. I still maintain that's how I think the mechanics of this game work. It's unclear after this much time. Yeah, let's do it, I guess.
Too slow.
I think it's Gage or something. Double pressed, I might have got another shot off with Zephyr. Interesting. Alright, so that guy's not attacking us this turn, so we just have to worry about the dogs, but they're going after the people with the most health. Oh, that one was targeting Leanne. Who likes straight line triangles? The number of times we've talked about that TV, it's a national treasure. Well, it's gone now. He definitely doesn't. He definitely did not bring it to New Jersey. Who knows what became of it? I like to think that someone who would eventually, someday, watch our Resonance of Fate Let's Play be like, hey, I also found a purple corner dumpster television. So what if we took Zephyr and had him across there? She has like a lot of range to play with. And I focus on just shooting that dog apart that's like trying to kill her. Yeah, I really don't want that dog fighting her, but I think this is the thing to do. Good, the other one's following me. Might target me, and I think I can get away with it. Alright, that's a little bit of a problem. So what can I do? I think I want to do this, because otherwise I have to, like, cross with Vacheron, and that also makes a terrible triangle. This isn't a great triangle, but, like, I can get some value out of this. So I want to, like, kill the dog and try to scratch the man? I think that's it. So that would have... Goes there, Leanne comes to this corner. That's actually pretty bad. If I do it the other way, I don't get any scratch damage, but I think that's okay.
You want some of this?
How? Explain how. I'm gonna scratch this guy. maximum. I actually think I'd get that in one run. Okay. Okay, for some reason he targeted Vashron, and that's okay. So what if we... cross with Vacheron, kill the gun guy, probably take out one of the dogs, and then I think they can't do enough damage to really make this a problem. I don't know why it is that this game gives you so many dogs as enemies early on, so that like the game has such a heavy focus on shooting dogs to death. It's weird. Well, I beat both of those, so that's cool. Wait, what was the prize for that? Did anyone pay attention to what I got for that? I should have done it, but I didn't. I was talking about shooting dogs, like you did. I'm actually really pleased with myself for beating that duelist in one shot. I remember him being, like, super ridiculously hard. What do I have? Did I get anything weird? Downside I owned. Don't have a new bezel shard. No idea. No idea what I got. That's fine. Let's go to the Bronze Fortress.
Let's keep this professional.
Meet Energy Hex Perfect Aid. Thank you, Demolition. I appreciate that. So Perfect Aid is what they thought was the prize. A Perfect Aid starts with a real blonde team. Yeah, it really does. That is kind of weird, isn't it? This is not one of the rooms that has, like, a box that explodes if you shoot the barrels, right? Okay, so... most of the enemies are in the middle or toward the right. So maybe it makes sense to take out that left guy so it just doesn't sneak up on us. Let's see how this plays out.
Too slow. Eat this! I'm gonna blow you away! You don't want to do this! I see you!
Which barrel do I want to shoot at? Probably makes more sense. Okay. So now I can... I guess I want to get a close look at it, because I want to not clip that box for a tri-attack. I might want to cross with someone else. So that guy's coming. He's almost... he's like over half dead. And then we got that dude. This, like, chainsaw guy is definitely coming for Vacheron. Danger zones always give Bezel Shard, Perfect Aid, or Doll. I remember Bezel Shard or Doll. I feel like there's like a small number of specific other prizes. I might be mistaken, but I feel like there's a handful that are like some other specific thing, but like one of that. I would like Bezel Shard. Bezel Shard's very good. Not Bezel Shard less good. I'm gonna position myself here. Try to scratch... I could try to scratch this guy. Wants to attack Leanne? That's very peculiar. I'll target the other one then. Darn, if that last spray hit the body, that guy would be like totally done. Ah, I see. I'm going to hit that box a little bit anyway. Does that mean I want to change something? I could have, like, Zephyr Cross, but that sounds terrible. I could have Leanne Cross again. That doesn't sound terrible. That sounds specifically not terrible. So if I was to go, like, here... I most want to target. This guy's, like, really gonna die regardless. Am I gonna get better... No, actually this should be fine, I think. I'll get the initial charge quickly, and I'll just do, like, a high... charge shield. That's pretty good. Scratch that barrel. Alright, this time we're gonna try attack. For real. And with 4 resonance points and this much scratch damage, we're gonna kill, like, most of the enemies. So I don't know if it matters too much where anyone, like, ends up or anything like that. But if I had to pick, where would I want my scratch damage to end up? So if I go this way, it's like 1, 2, 3, 4. And she would end up there. Which I think is right. So I think I want it to go in this direction. And... I think I want to start by just, like, taking out this guy. Let's do like this.
You want some of this? Too late for regret.
Okay, and then you finish him off. Alright. I'm trying to train myself to be a little better about doing those live switches during tri-attacks. They're very tedious and annoying. But, like, if you're capable of doing them, they're very useful.
Time to die.
Don't blink or you'll... I see right through you.
Well, that went better than expected.
Would it kill them to leave something a little nicer for us?
Hey, we got a mannequin torso. What else could you possibly want? Whee! I like how casually he does that, like, tremendous kickflip.
I've just about had it with these sprites.
I doubt Goriliano would miss a few.
That's it. I'm killing them.
Also, I just want to point out, for those of you who've never thought of it, or are perhaps joining us for the first time, when we had that cutscene before, Goriliano was like, beautiful, dangerous wood sprites. And I just... These are the things he's talking about. It's these. It's these things. It's this, like, drawing, like, mannequin with a chainsaw for an arm. That's also, like, a wacky flailing arm tube man. And we should thank you for gifting us up to Cat Dreaming. I think most of the random drop loot from enemies useful in crafting. Much of it is, I think. But, like, the thing is that the crafting system is, like, really obtuse. It's not as bad as some games, but it's just sort of like, especially like the mechanical things, where it's like, I need like glass shard from Mechanical Scope Mark II in order to assemble this. Aw, sorry Shifty. Shifty was hoping that Santa would bring a mannequin head. Maybe next time. Okay, so it's kind of just a straight line of them. So, like, making just, like, a big, giant triangle in the middle of the screen seems fine, because they'll probably all flail towards it. But I think it makes sense to shoot one of these barrels. It probably blows up both of them, but I don't think it's really feasible to try to lure them all to the middle. The AI is just too, like, inconsistent for that. Let's give this a shot.
Too slow.
Can't even see what's going on. Fog of war. Actually, it's fog of fog. It's like a literal fog effect.
Time to die.
But hey, 4K render technology, huh? Here's an interesting idea. Try to let his, like, subsequent charge rings, like, build up for a gauge break or something? I probably don't need that. I think what I really want to do is set up for, like, a triangle down the middle, but I guess I went too wide for that. I was kind of hoping those guys in the back would come closer to center stage. Oh yeah, let's not forget that Christmas is coming at all times. Christmas is coming! You definitely have to make a save for the Christmas chapter. Even though it's going to be a long time before we ever get to there. Something like this. I'm not going to get a lot of value out of this specific attack, but
Don't move a muscle.
that wasn't too bad. And then I think we'll cross twice. We'll have Leanne cross once and scratch something up. And then, like, cross back to a better position outside the boxes. Try to scratch a second thing. And then we'll do a big triangle with 4 points. You heard me, a 4-point triangle. Let's do this one. I'm expecting these guys to be more durable than they actually are. The scratch damage keeps just, like, putting them out of commission relatively easily. Found him. Definitely did a lot of scratch damage with that last one. Targeting system. Alright, let's do... Is that what I want? Maybe I want to go the other way. Then I have both handgun guys starting. In which case, I'll be closer to that guy in the middle of the triangle later, so I can do like this. Okay, let's do this.
Take that! Here goes. You don't want to miss this.
How about all that scratch damage?
Is this the spot? Eat this.
You're hard to miss.
You picked up the wrong girl.
Should have jumped first. Broke his cage.
That was your last mistake.
Should be enough for sample, right? Yeah.
Too slow.
I have to kill everyone with that? Well, it was a pretty good triangle. I thought one of those guys was going to survive that. But we got there in the end. Only 329 days. Yeah. But that's the thing. There's only 2 states. Christmas and awaiting Christmas. That's it. That's the whole thing. Shifty says, always thought their house would look right proper with some mannequin heads mounted around the place. Yeah, I mean, they're beautiful woodland sprites. Who wouldn't want those, like, plastered all over their house? We also made a slot for the wedding chapter before Christmas. Lol. That was a good 4-point triangle. There's no denying that. Say what you will about geometry, but that was a great 4-point triangle. Do I care about any items? Does not look like it. It's a good thing he's got that second holster for hot dogs. He's gonna work up an appetite.
These are his beautiful, dangerous wood sprites? I don't believe it.
So this is
What you
the...
get for accepting work for the wrong reasons.
So this is the one, right? What? Can someone remind me what's in this middle box? Because it takes a lot of effort to save it. I want to say it's like a perfect 8, which I like couldn't care any less about. Like, I think I'm genuinely more likely to make use of a single escape hex than any number of perfect aids. I mean, it's good to have, like, one or two, but I think at this point in the game you already have, like, one or two. Because, like, if you don't care about what's in the box, you just shoot one of the barrels and this room clears itself. But if you don't do that, what's, like, the better way to do this? Like, have the handgun guys move, but do it really carefully and make, like, a big triangle or something? Those are 3 times first aid S. That's even less good. But you know what? I'm gonna see what I can do. I'm just curious if I can, like, strategize this at all. God, I broke the gauge so many times. Oh, there we go. I hit the barrel. This one's named Mr. Zuka. I wasn't planning on going to, like, a lot of trouble to preserve those, but I was interested to see if I could salvage that just out of interest. That sounds really close to leveling up. Is that more valuable than getting more experience for Zephyr? I'll tentatively say no. What have we here? It's interesting how many times that's, like, said in the game when you factor in it's like an idle, like, dialogue line for, like, picking up loot. It's just like, that's not a thing I hear people say outside of this game very often at all.
Yeah, I could do without the friendly fire.
I've got the hang of it now.
Yeah, the jury's still out on that one.
Rude. Look, shoot your friend like a handful of times because your work is extremely dangerous, and everyone acts like you can't shoot a gun. What if that box had golden SMG? Yeah, I mean, it seems like there should be something really good in there, considering how difficult it is to get, but I remember that we worked really hard to get it, and we weren't impressed with the reward. And if it's like, first aid S, like, yeah, I'd rather not. What about these ones? Are these ones good? Or is it just one box this time? I think it's just one box here. I mean, I don't know if this barrel actually explodes the box. This barrel looks like it could, and this barrel could chain reaction. I don't know. Single escape hex. I don't think that's single escape hex, is it? Is it literally? Actually, where on earth would I want a triangle in this miserable room with a small square in the middle of it? Like mid-room triangle? Do something like that, and then cross with Vacheron there.
I see you. Too slow.
I don't think that actually blew up the box. It damaged the box. I don't think it blew it up. It does not appear to be blown up. Start there, and then had Leanne go somewhere in that back corner range. We got ourselves a stew going. Probably do want to just, like, target the guy who's already damaged with the actual handgun damage.
Oh, no! I'm gonna need another shot at that!
That was good enough. I did clip the wall, but, like, barely. enemies in this room are just annoying, is the thing. They happen to just be annoying. Stun shot! So, triangle right now looks fine. But we've got, like, weird safe mannequin back there. Is there, like, one more hanging out that's not in the middle? I want to say there is, but I don't know where it went. Maybe it moved and I wasn't noticing, and now it's just in the middle with the rest of them. Oh yeah, I mean, the funniest thing about the escape hex isn't how, like, silly the escape hex seems. I mean, it's a useful item, especially if you don't have the patience to, like, backtrack through the dungeon, but I kind of feel like the experience is helpful. I might be in a minority opinion on that. But, like, there are definitely times where it's just like, yeah, I'll use the escape hex, it's fine. But it is funny to me that it is always a single escape hex. Like, I don't think there's ever a time when you get, like, multiple escape hexes, like, for any reason. I think every single time an escape hex is available, you get one single escape hex. I think I like... Please target this guy. I think I like this, where, like, Zephyr goes first and, like, kills the target, and then she scratches it, and then Vacheron cleans up. This is a classic 3-point triangle. I think this is good. Please target literally any other enemy. Holy crap.
Quit wasting my time.
Torch to your face, $5 US. Oh, I needed to jump. I didn't. Just gonna shoot this wall a bit.
No move a muscle.
Well, we killed everyone in the boxes alive, so, like, that's a pretty good result, actually. So let's do this. Darn, I really thought that would do more.
You don't want to miss this.
Don't think that's what I want to do, and yet. That's probably enough. Thank you for moving the cursor as far away from where it would be useful as humanly possible. Okay, good.
Would it kill them to leave something
Have I ever destroyed a wall? I mean, like, we've definitely destroyed walls. Like, rarely, if ever, fully intentionally.
I danced everyone to sleep.
I'm safe to open this box. Energy hex times 3. That's not a terrible prize. Nothing else in here, right? Do the sweep. Cool. Jump and kick! So this is boss room. This is Caligula. Look at this beautiful woodland sprite!
This could be interesting.
Okay, so how does Vasco want to play this? I forget, does Caligula move in this form? He doesn't when you're back here for the escort mission, right? Revenge of Caligula, I think, stands still, and it's just like an enrage timer, basically. Well, kind of like an enrage timer. Just triangles are hard to plan based on his enormous girth. I think I want Yan to go first. He does appear to move. I know, it's so charming, this woodland sprite, right? It's it's beautiful. I scratched a lot of his limbs. I don't know if that's like good enough, but it's decent. I really want the triangle to be super duper wide. But this guy's tall enough to knock you down if you do. I might actually cut it too close to you. I think I like just barely skirted the hitbox for that. Well, most of his limbs are gone, which I think drastically reduces his damage output, because I think his limbs are just a bunch of weapons. I kind of want to have Vashron cross twice, but I don't think that makes sense, because I think Caligula's just tall enough that I, like, fall out of the sky. Do I have fire rounds? I honestly don't know. I know I have Molotov cocktails. I think it's better to save those for the escort mission, just because, like, that... Like, if I'm actually going to use something other than guns, like, that's the mission to, like, try and power game or whatever. Like, actually use the intended resources. So I think what I want to do is, like, start with... Like, move this way, start with Vacheron, and, like, try to switch to... Like, jump, and then switch to Leanne as quickly as possible. It's like, I want her to have most of the time during this attack. It also means, if I go in this direction, that I can just jump with her when she moves down this angle of the triangle. So I think that makes the most sense. Oh, that sucked!
You want some of this?
That sucked extremely much, but...
I can read your every move.
Game over.
Of all the people to lose on that.
Take that.
Who do you think you're messing?
You don't want to.
I mean, at least we're doing some, like, solid handgun ping-pong damage. Ow. 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 I won't forget that you lit me on fire at point-blank range. I intend to get my long stretch of scratch damage video game. Cough, 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 cough. Okay, so he just leveled up. Let's have you finish him off. And if this doesn't work, we'll have the most amusingly terrible triangle in history. Hero gauge! Ugh! Every time you get 4 bezel shards, you get another bezel, which means more flexibility with your hero actions.
Side.
I don't think there's anything else in here, right? Whee! Don't actually recall if there's anything in the green room that I care about. I want to say yeah. Do I have to? Oh yeah, that's where I
Here
collect
we are.
the
This must
cutscene.
be the mannequin the Cardinal was talking about.
It's kind of beat up. Maybe that makes it more artistic.
Hey! Hey, you guys! Think we'll get in trouble if we pick some flowers?
All I heard was avoid the sprites if you know.
Look
what's
how many
good for
quotation marks. There were so many just
right.
then.
Cardinal
then this
didn't
line has
say
no
anything about
quotation
picking
marks.
flowers.
Awesome!
you. None of the flowers here are anything to write home about anyway.
That looks like baby's breath. Yeah, you're right. It's just a backdrop.
Backdrop for what?
Well, take a look.
The Zephyr-Leanne
See
relationship
how it
is
brings
really
out the color
cute.
and the main attraction?
even though like they're typical like teenagers terrible at being in a relationship.
Let's get this thing back.
I just think it's cute. Items acquired. Female mannequin ×1. Super normal video game stuff. It's also just incredibly weird to me, like... He's like, yes, so the Forest of Idols is, like, in my domain, and I need you to collect a mannequin so I can create a statue. But there's, like, a busted mannequin, like, sitting on a pedestal. It's like, why not just keep this in a closet, like, in your giant mansion? Like, if you're gonna need this for something later, like, why leave this damaged mannequin at the end of a dungeon filled with, like, death monsters? It's true, this game doesn't actually spend a lot of time, like, considering its environments, and yet, like, they're generally very attractive. It's one thing we'll have to keep an eye on while we play this game in 4K, as mentioned in chat. Whee! Like Spec Ops The Line next.
Let's get this over.
I don't even know what that is. I know I've heard that name for a video game. That is what one might call outside my wheelhouse. Or put a different way, outside my house.
I'm gonna blow you away! Don't move a muscle!
Give me all of your limbs! There we go, let's see it float.
Time to...
You wanna be.
I like when... So there's actually, like, appropriate sound presence in this game. So, like, when the camera's far away from the character, you, like, generally can't hear them because there's, like, gunfire and stuff. But it's really funny where, like, I finished that hero action and it just cuts back to Vashron because it's his turn. He's, like, halfway through a line of dialogue for some reason. Oh, did that one die? I thought he still had a little bit of health left. Is it just down to this guy?
I see right through. That was your
Blow up. He seems to have more health. This song sounds a little bit like part of the Sesame Street theme song to me every time I hear it. Alright, buddy. I don't think I'm gonna do any damage to you. Take that, wall. Something like this is probably as good as it's gonna get. How I broke his gauge? Classic.
Quit wasting my time!
So many weird things in this game. I know there's a couple people in chat who, like, don't really know how this game works. It's just, like, just thinking about trying to explain these things after all this time is just so, like, mystifying. How do you explain Resonance of Fate to a human being? Well, there's 2 mannequin scenes in that game? I see. Jump!
I'm not much for backing down from a fight.
They're all Mr. Zuko, so I don't care which one I target, really. There's more benefit to charging multiple target rings with your scratch damage weapons because they get a damage multiplier. Whereas with direct damage weapons, I usually find that it's better to try and, like, fire as often as possible and just get that first charge ring, because their secondary effects are stuff like gauge breaks and similar things, which are kind of like status effects, but, like, tend to be less useful. These are, like, broad statements that don't apply to all situations in the game. Something like this. Sure. Bezel's back!
Straight to hell! Here goes!
Ow! Don't shoot a point-blank bazooka round at me, Mr. Zuka. He says, look at Vasco sticking to the game. He knows he could use a single escape hex to get out of here, but he's like, no, I play your game. Game? I mean, did this dungeon actually give me a single escape hex? I was actually just, like, pondering that to myself, because it's like, maybe the game doesn't even want me to use an escape hex this time. Maybe I can, like, gauge break or something. Also, like, some of these mannequins just, like, leak oil randomly. They're very upsetting to behold. Ian's doing okay for health because I think she's higher level than everyone now. I mean, I can check that, right? Yeah, she's level 14, which is pretty good. I think what I want to do is, like, I want to see if I can get this guy airborne so that he, like, loses his attack against the aim, even though he's not actually close to firing it off. Yeah, gauge breaks are useful for stunning enemies. And yeah, like, I forget, actually, a lot of the handguns have, like, weird specialties to them. But, like, I think the main, like, status is just gauge breaks. They just have, like, really specific things that, like, they just, like, naturally have higher secondary charge ring rates and things like that, I think. I usually don't pay super close attention to them, even though there is a benefit to doing so.
I can read your everything. Too late for regret.
Hi, Mr. Zuka. It's just, there's some really stupid stuff in this game. I love, like, a bazooka being fired from, like, 15 feet away and, like, hitting spot on and exploding, and the response to that being, just a scratch. Just a scratch. That, no big deal. So I think I just want to, like, have Leanne go to town, and then once we're done with this guy, we'll use the rest of our 4-point triangle to just kill this dude who's basically dead anyway. Sound good? Alright. Maximum charge rings! Alright, now he's dead. He soaked a lot of that with his limbs on the first go-around. Threat suppressed.
Would it kill them to leave something a little nicer?
What does it take for the baby mannequins to grow up into a Caligula? Interesting question. I wonder if it's like a weird, like, Pokemon gender dimorphism thing where, like, not all mannequins become Caligula. It's the rare male mannequin that becomes a Caligula, or something weird.
This shouldn't take long.
Ugh. Should it not? Because it looks like it is. Let's try and take out ones that are at this far end. Because I want to, like, shift everything out there to the open area and do, like, a big many-point triangle or something.
I'm gonna blow you away! Time to die! Eat some of this! Game over! Don't move a muscle!
I definitely don't feel like I've gotten, like, significantly better at this game in, like, recent history or something. I feel like this run so far is going better than I would expect. I've like retried a couple battles after making some mistakes for sure. Like I'm definitely not like perfect or like the best at this game. But like overall, like a lot of things are going better than expected. And part of me is just wondering if it's like, is it because I can see stuff better? Is it because this is the nicest TV I've ever owned? And like I just like can tell what's happening? It's like kind of like grouped together now. I think it matters less what I do. Something else.
I can read your everything.
Now I'm wishing I targeted that one that seems like it's content to go hunt down the hill.
Who do you think you're messing with? Too late for regrets.
Seems like almost every enemy attack does like 200 some damage. Just like, as its base, that's what they do at this point in the game. Oh yeah, that's true. For some reason, the like, clothes store lady in town, like, wants you to construct living mannequin parts. It's weird. Yeah, these are beautiful wood sprites. These aren't your ordinary mannequins. Room. Oh, I thought I was gonna get double roomed. Does anyone else hear like Sesame Street theme song from this? Not this part, the part that was happening like a moment ago. Dun, 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 dun. So I can do this 4-point triangle, which is gonna do like a lot of damage. Do I want to do more than that? It's probably fine. So I think I want handgun scratch damage handgun again. So this looks like as good a way to do it as any. Although maybe I actually want to have like Leanne be focus after I kill the first one. Or maybe I just have her. I think I like that idea. I think I'll try to have Vacheron kill one right away, and then switch to her and have her be focused. Not the one I want to target.
Quit wasting my time. You want some?
Do it. Okay.
There we go.
This the spot?
God, this game is just so cool. The animation is ridiculous. I don't know about you guys, but I am basically still like a 6-year-old child at heart. And like sometimes I'm just like imagining like being able to do cool stuff. And a lot of the times it's just like Resonance of Fate of just like sliding like 80 feet on the ground and like defying physics. Or like jumping 1,000 feet in the air for no reason. Such a stupid universe. I would love... I say stuff like this a lot, but it would be really interesting to me if someone made a different game that used a physics engine that somehow replicated Resonance of Fate. I mean, it is kind of an interesting point to note that, like, because of the way the Skytown of Basel exists, like, we're essentially pretty far from the surface of the Earth, so gravity would be, like, slightly less powerful here. But, like, not this. This is not correct. Something like this. I don't know. I still like an annoying number of these, but they're not super threatening. Sunshot! Hey, who's the one with grenades?
It's all about having the right tool for the job.
We shouldn't use barf. Maybe I just try attack here? It's really awkward to not try attack here. Even with one resonance point. If I do that, maybe I just want to have Leanne, like, scratch this one guy she'll be really close to. Yeah, something like this.
Time to die.
Yeah, this is more like it. Let's throw, like, a couple of grenades.
It's all about having the right tool for the job. I see right through you.
Does auto sugar work with grenades? I honestly don't remember. I think it does. Yeah, why not? scratch. Many did.
You picked a fight with a small girl.
Sure, it's a best. Zephyr is very close to handgun level. That's cool.
There isn't a
Also,
weapon made that
Dashron's
will
close to hitting grenade level 2 after just that one kill. Getting a lot more experience from these enemies than the previous ones. Oh no, I'm at the right one, right? 2. I think a sequel to this game would be about hexagonal attacks. Yeah, I've like wondered about how you would do it. I feel like we talked about various theories about that throughout our many videos on the game. I think once we talked about maybe having a basis of like hexagonal attacks for like big bosses or like certain chapters, but like what you actually have in reality is like 2 different teams of 3 that like maybe interchange characters for plot reasons or something like that. Which like, if it was done right, I feel like that could be cool. It sounds kind of difficult to manage. Remember to...
I like it.
Level up. I need this for a minute. So he is there. Something like this seems fine. I'm gonna have her cross somewhere into the middle. I'm gonna target this. Oh, I can still jump after that. If it was six characters, we could add 3 more guys to the constabulary. I mean, I'd like to think that if we were going to add 3 more people, we'd get at least 1 woman, but I also can't imagine who that would be. I mean, technically you could count the professor as like a 4th, although she will never play this game. It will just not happen. No matter how many strong weeks pass, there's no way we get Professor McGonagall playing this game. You may remember there's like an episode in one of the runs where like she was around and it was like we're playing towards the end of the game and like I think we just asked her to try and like explain what we were doing and she was just like, I don't even care. Like I don't know and I don't care. Take that, barrel. The other consideration is, it's already been pretty logistically complicated to get, like, 3 people involved in gameplay the way that we do it, historically. So the notion of, like, compounding that by adding, like, additional people is daunting. Not this was, like, a serious suggestion, should be. That's actually a great point, Shifty. Professor McGonagall won't be able to join the constabulary because she's never here. Except, I feel like there's like one video where like Tech explicitly says that she is here and she's like not contributing or something. Bonus shot. Who likes that bonus shot, huh? Best bonus shot NA. That like 6 charge rings shoot at once and it just dies.
Always having to lighten my enemy's pockets.
It's an interesting 4-point isosceles triangle. For you triangle enthusiasts at home. Hoping that one in the back starts coming towards us as we begin to run around in a triangular fashion. Hi, Mr. Chainsaw. Nice knowing you.
You want some more?
Alright, here's this now.
You want some of this?
shoot. Should have jumped. For some reason, thought I was still going to be airborne. You want to come over here, Mr. Gunhead? Seriously? It's like beyond rude, dude. I don't know, man. I don't think it should matter too much. Guns, guns, guns.
Don't move a muscle. Get while the getting's good.
Here's my white exit. Whee! Agreed, Neko, you are welcome to join. You're probably the only candidate of woman interested in joining the Renegade Constabulary as well. I'm sure I'm not the true professor, because you're always teaching us so much about triangles. Well, I do have a passion for geometry, you know this about me. I'll just sit over. Everything I've done in this forest is fine. It's fine forest. No. Bomber face A.
Is that
More
a
like
smile I see, Leanne?
What?
Bomber face.
smiling?
No, that's nothing. Cool. Well, I cleared the crap out of this floor. Go Vasco. I'm proud of me. Also, my mom says I'm very special. Hi, Mom. She's always watching these. Thanks, Shifty. I also thought I knew that. Oh, you know what I'd like to do? Here's what I'd like to do. Such splash damage.
It's all about having the
I don't know if this is going to do enough damage to level up. I don't think so.
Sorry, looks like you still
Happy to
got
be
some
proven
catching.
wrong.
Born and here I die.
Like crushing a...
Oh yeah, my mom's always here. Sometimes she's lurking because she's, like, watching stuff simultaneously with my dad. But, like, she's always here. And my mom's always supportive in all things. Even, and perhaps especially, when I don't deserve the support. So let's think about this. Gotta give grenades to Zephyr. But I also should give the machine gun to Zephyr. Am I okay with that? I could probably get away with that. Equip. So let's take this. Guess you can keep the magazine case. There we go. I made that look really difficult, just for you guys. Do I want to switch the position here? I think so. I've been liking having a direct damage, like, in the front. So let's do change order. Actually, let's do... No, that's fine, because Vashron's a slightly lower level. Okay, and mission memo... I have to report back to a female mannequin delivered to my open air studio. Oh crap. The cutscene's back in the other corner of that place, isn't it? Shoot, baby.
On offense or defense?
Leanne goes both ways. Good to know.
Hey, save it, why don't you?
Oh, that's sweet. My mom is being very nice in chat. but I maintain that I do not deserve that. And I'm sorry for other people in chat who wish they had a mom as supportive as mine, but guess what? Here's the great thing, is that my mom's here in chat and she also believes in you. It's true. I have several people who literally refer to my mom in chat as mom, as just mom. And they're right to do so. Because chat mom is best. I blew off everyone's hats with that one
Oh,
bullet.
if that was wrong, I don't want to be right.
I always forget this weird thing where you're supposed to, like, go to, like, an empty area of this floor in order to, like, turn in the end of the chapter. I shoot him to death with just one action. It's gonna be close. Just barely. Like the last bullet did it.
Really a
So which one is it? Open Air Studio, right? Yeah, next. Cutscene!
It has a unique palette that transcends time. It sparkles with dark glimmers of the past.
Nah, it's like a musty old mannequin.
Utterly miraculous, don't you agree?
a masterpiece.
A piece of
A
something.
statue fashioned after this would unleash the miracle of ideal
It's not even a statue. If you use the
beauty
mannequin as a
locked
base,
within.
it's like a mannequin, right? Like,
Look closely. Observe with your senses. The oxidized film deters corrosion and gives it a lovely...
Fascinating.
Station Hex, B-type clothing. Oh snap, I can get item from here. Whee! Single escape hacks? What do you guys think? Single escape hacks? Single escape hacks. Maybe I was supposed to come here first, get that single escape hex, and then use it to escape that last dungeon. Here's a question though. For those of you watching the stream, would you prefer me to actually use escape hexes for the first time in history? Not literally, we've used them like a handful of times. But like, our first like multiple playthroughs, we did not use them as intended because we just never used the item box. Primarily, and this is true, because the item box is garbage. Like, if they were going to make a sequel to this game, I would hope that they'd find a better solution to items than the item box, because the item box sucks. I'm gonna try and get some scratch damage in from Vacheron, could use some help in the experience department. Thanks. I like having four bezels just aesthetically, it's nice. Vash's ability to suck up to any client makes you laugh. It's definitely a skill shifty. Not everyone can do that. I think I'm actually pretty good at that sort of thing.
Bastards.
Several people, independently of each other, have referred to my ability to interact with people as being highly diplomatic, or some variation thereof.
I'm working. I'm getting away with murder.
Yeah, level up. Level up and mostly kill the dwarf. I'm doing my best to like try and level characters equally and consistently. It's actually kind of tough to do.
That even left me wanting more.
You can use the clairvoyance item that gives you info on the enemies that can also be used on your characters. There's a short comment that changes after every story event. I feel like I was vaguely aware of that, but I don't think I've ever used that. Back to the elevator. Go around the thing.
I hope you put up a better fight
Rainy
than the last
Bridge.
bunch.
Let's scratch that leader, huh? Music in this game is so good. I'm sad, was it you, Shifty? Someone was saying they like never heard the music in the game before. I'm like, how is that possible? You talk so much about the music in this game because it's so good. I do like when you do a leader assault that like everyone's limbs all explode in every direction all at once. It kind of makes me think of like in Mighty Morphin Power Rangers when you hit like the weak spot on the putties and it just like causes them to just explode. But it like on a grander scale, like if there was a boss putty and you hit him in his weak spot and then like every putty all exploded all at once. Never rains in cutscenes. Oh, that's true, isn't it? I don't think I'm gonna check the guild, but I don't think I have anything there, right? Run. Actually, at what point in the game is it... What point are you supposed to start going to the arena? I don't think I've ever really considered that.
What's that?
Is there, like, a point? Like, there's no, like, story point for that. But usually what happens is that, like, Tech Cotillion and I reach a point where we're like, this feels hard. Let's level grind at the arena. I think the guys in charge of the cutscenes didn't read the bridge's name. Seriously?
Zenith regulates the lifespan of every human. Zenith
Right.
itself is made of corrosion-resistant alloys.
We do know this.
The mainspring that provides power uses thermodynamics to maintain coiled tension.
I mean,
it can
obviously.
run up to 6,000 years without
Amateur hour?
maintenance. The quartz that Zenith uses to set human lifespans, however, lasts at the very most 100 years. The quartz deposits are arranged in a clockwise fashion.
Obviously, because clock
The
god.
mapping continues. But based on date of birth, we can estimate quartz location.
Mouth. Clock.
Maybe their deaths are just something I have to accept.
I assume there's no questions about anything going on in the story, right? Like, it all makes perfect sense in and of itself. Yeah, Chapter 3 trophy. Guns. See progress? Sure. Cutscene.
Jean Paulet. That name sounds familiar.
He's the one who commissioned the statue from Garigliano.
Uh-huh.
Come on. Let's go see what Cardinal Jean Paulet needs doing.
I like to think that Zephyr was just like clinging to the ceiling like Spider-Man until they were ready to go out. You know, I'm actually gonna leave him there. Maybe we'll pick up the next stream with Pater. But if I remember correctly, now is the time we can get the BFF? I was hoping that would stay hidden. Hairband, BFF ×1. Do I do it in the wardrobe or the mirror? Or no, I have to do it at the shop, right? Yeah, let's pick up with that and Pater on the next stream, I think. I think that'll be a good way to, like, start the next stream. Yeah, save over that one. Start chapter is fine. Oh, this has been fun. Of course it is. Resonance of Fate is a great game. I hope that you all are enjoying Strong Week. As a reminder, we'll be streaming this again next week in honor of Strong Week, which will sort of last 2 half weeks this year. But if you think about it, we're posting about 6 hours of Strong Week gameplay this week, and then another 6 the next week. So it's, you know, the same amount of content. It's just consolidated. Thanks to those of you who have joined live. It's been great having you and talking about all things Resonance of Fate. To those of you who somehow missed my alerts or just didn't have time, hopefully I'll see some of you next weekend, Friday and Saturday, 6 p.m. Pacific. And that'll be, goodness, what day of the week is that? Computer calendar activate. That'll be the 5th and 6th of February, respectively. They see the secret shirts you can get by entering codes. I feel like I've heard of those. I don't remember if I have seen them. Or at the very least, I don't think I remember them in particular detail. But yeah, it's been great. Happy Strong Week, everyone. Strong Week. I hope that you are strong and your opponents are weak. But there is still one order of unfinished business before I can conclude the stream. Because this is a Vasco to Gamer stream, we must now attempt to locate a secret Squirtle. And this time I've deliberately set up the couch so that I can invoke the one rule. If you see a Squirtle, it's not a secret. Other than that, most things are fair game, although I tend not to try to be deliberately tricky. So I'll enjoy some of this 100% juice apple while those watching live take a chance to guess where they think Secret Squirtle might be. And I've been told that locating a Secret Squirtle is good luck for the next week. Good guesses under Red Power Ranger behind Ceratops, the Triceratops. Anyone else care to guess the location of Secret Squirtle? Again, like I've said, if streaming Resonance of Fate proves popular, we may do like a full playthrough on my channel. That will probably take a while, but it's Resonance of Fate. I've already logged so many hours, it's meaningless to double it. This is, I think this has been dubbed Master Yoda. I have a different Yoda that's supposed to be Baby Yoda. It's like an official plush, but it's not as cute as Yoda on the show. Disappointing. Is it behind other Squirtle? I think I've done that before. I have a very small Squirtle that I sometimes use when I'm trying to be trickier. It's like a keychain that's like this big. So like I can hide that basically anywhere. All right, let's take a look. While I remove my several pairs of headphones, we'll see if any final guesses come in as to the location of a secret Squirtle. Okay, let's take a look. So we'll start with Ceratops. She's here in the front. She's got a tiny Mandalorian riding on top. No, actually nothing hidden back there. A rarity. Usually I'll hide something as a distraction, but instead it's just an enormous Eevee. Had a guess of beneath Red Power Ranger. And someone had guessed that there might be a Squirtle behind the Squirtle. I assure you this time, no such luck. And under Red Power Ranger is hiding... Oh, not a Squirtle, but in fact Gregosaurus, the Stegosaurus. I think those were all the guesses that we had. So I will go ahead and reveal the fact that this time, Secret Squirtle was hiding under our friend Brown Bear. Usually I don't hide Squirtles in structurally integral places that cause the couch to collapse, but every now and then I do it because I gotta keep everyone guessing. Because you see, if I didn't occasionally change up my unspoken rules, then you'd be able to guess where the Squirtle was every time. It's gotta keep people guessing. So unfortunately, no one in chat correctly located the secret Squirtle this time around, but those of you playing along at home, perhaps you've been granted with luck. And I wish much luck and happiness to everyone watching live and in the future, and thank you again for joining me for this stream. Thanks for being here, Thanks for being you, and I hope to see you again soon. Vasco the Gamer signing off for part 1 of Strong Week 2021, which sort of lasts 2.5 weeks. This is me. It's your Captain Vasco, and I'll catch you again soon. Hopefully next weekend when the party continues. Until then, get some good rest. Good luck with everything in the world, because it is 2021, and goodness gracious, that's enough in and of itself to cause stress. So good luck, have a good one, and I'll see you guys again soon. Bye, everybody.